Welcome to Dorman Products Coolant Tee and Hose O-Ring Kit installation video. Before you begin, this installation is considered medium difficulty by our technicians. Some basic car knowledge is required and should take approximately 1 hour to complete. Begin the install by attaching a drainage hose to the nipple. This helps to keep everything clean as the coolant drains into the pan. Remove the coolant cap and drain the coolant. Next, take off the two clamps for the intake tube. Then, disconnect the tube and move it out of the way. Use the pick tool to remove electrical connector from the throttle housing. Next, remove bolts to take off the throttle body and then disconnect the housing tube. Insert a rag into the throttle body to prevent debris from entering the throttle. Next, use the pick tool to break the seal on the hose and pull the hose out. Then release the metal band on the coolant tee and gently pry under the hose to loosen. Then, remove the old O-ring and replace with the new O-ring by sliding the new ring into the groove behind the lip. Make sure to clean tubes to remove dirt or debris that may get in between the tube and O-ring, because dirt and debris may cause the O-ring to leak. Note: use silicone lubricant on surfaces that make contact with the O-rings so they don't tear the O-ring and the ring will slide right on. Next, connect hose back to the thermostat hose. Put bolts back into the throttle body. Note: always make sure to start by hand so the bolts don't get cross-threaded. Tighten the bolts to factory spec with a torque wrench. Then put clamp back on the hose and slide the hose back on. Then slide the retaining clip back up. Next, replace the O-ring on the lower radiator hose. Pop the clip out and take the hose off. Use the pry tool to remove the old O-ring. Then clean out the tube before putting in the new O-ring. Put lubricant on the O-ring and slide it into the groove behind the lip. Use silicone lubricant on surfaces that make contact with the hose. Finally, slide the hose back into the groove and pop the clip back onto the hose.